for the Chargers, along with Keandre Lambert-Smith, who's going to take it and take the knee for the touchback to start this game and field. They're going to send Njoku in motion and pitch it to Hampton on first down. Looking to get to the edge, and he loses a yard. Well covered by this 49. On second down and 11, fake it to Hampton. Quick throw to the outside, and it's a catch for Charlie Kohler, one of the big additions this offseason. He'll take it for 9 yards and set up third down and 2.
Big addition is right. He's 6'6", 250 pounds. Left side of the screen, you can't get more wide open than this. Herbert does a good job of getting him the ball, and if he doesn't stumble here, he's going to pick up the first down with ease. But that little stumble there cost him.
And this is all we've heard, the quick throws to put the receivers in best position to get yards after catch. That's all Mike McDaniel's been about. Another play action pass. Herbert over the middle, and it's incomplete. Too high for Ladd McConkey, and now a decision.
That's one series, just 3 plays. We'll see if that holds.
So J.K. Scott is going to come out for the punt on the misfire. Herbert looking for his #1 target. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel is back to receive this punt, re-signing with San Francisco just about a week ago after spending last season in Washington. Scott, known for his hang time, is going to put it high up there and let Samuel call for the fair catch. They'll let it bounce, takes a Chargers bounce inside the 15 and rolls all the way inside the 10. A beautiful percent. Kalon Black, the rookie third-round pick out of Indiana, is the running back. No Christian McCaffrey, who's been dealing with injury through training camp. They're going to pitch it to Black on first down, surge through the hole and across the 10-yard line, pick up 5 yards. Tonight's Players to Watch are sponsored by Mazda, cars crafted for those who choose to do more than simply move. And on the defensive side, T.Y. Edwards has been a preseason standout the last 2 years.
And Tomlinson did not play last week against the Texans, but T.Y. is a fun guy to watch. He had that big interception last year. Nothing like a big man interception, right?
I would agree. I mean, I can't think of many things, at least. Second down and 5. Tonjes, the motion man. Pump fake and a delivery and a catch going for 4 yards is going to go to Deebo Samuel and set up third down and short. Dean Leonard comes up with a tackle, has been their #1 gunner for the Chargers since he's entered the league 5 years ago from Ole Miss, but still trying to showcase himself as a defensive back as well.
Tremendous competition throughout the defense. The secondary, don't know how many players are going to keep.
Keeping Black in there in the backfield, 5'10", 208. They give it to him on third and short. Looks like he gets just enough to move the sticks. Ran into Deion Henley, the leading tackler for the Chargers last year with 103, but Henley just a half step too late.
Yeah, Henley with back-to-back 100 tackle years. #0. Lets them square up, but that's a good job of Black just turning his shoulder and pivoting to pick up the first down.
He was such a critical part of Indiana's national championship team last year, and our first penalty of the game is going to bring out Craig Rolstad.
False start. Offense, number 89. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Luke Farrell, the 6th-year man out of Ohio State. Will move them back 5 yards. And that was something that Justin Herbert talked about through the week, getting his opportunity as the first-team offense is you don't want pre-snap penalties. That's the biggest thing that you tend to see through these preseason games. You want clean football. Demarcus Robinson, the motion man on first and long, and over the middle, it's tipped, and it was open and available for R.J. Mickens. Instead, it's incomplete.
Trying to squeeze it into Deebo Samuel, and this is a forced pass. Watch number 19, right side of the screen. He's open early, but waiting for him to get farther across the field is going to cost Purdy on this one. Lucky that one wasn't picked off. Chargers would have had unbelievable field position if it had been.
Cam Hart with the tight coverage there. Jim Harbaugh getting a look at his first-team defense. No Khalil Mack and no Derwin James for the entire preseason. There's another quick throw and catch to the outside, and the grab made by the rookie out of Ole Miss, Dejon Stribling.
Stribling, he looks like a veteran to me. A rookie out of Mississippi, but watch how he catches the ball out away from his body with his hands. Tremendous set of hands here, working against Cam Hart. Ball thrown away from the defender. First catch for Stribling.
Makes it 3rd down and 4 after the pickup of 11. Purdy. A strike right back to Stribling for a 1st down catch. He just got past Tony Jefferson, picks up 6 and keeps the drive alive. Now for the Magic Keys to the game, sponsored by Disneyland Resort. Magic Key Annual Pass. And our 3 keys today feel like a little bit of a Groundhog Day at the top.
Yeah, that's what preseason's all about. Getting to that game 1 of the regular season as healthy as possible.
On 1st down, it's a pitch. It's Black. He disappears into the pile, gains a yard. 2nd and 9 upcoming. This San Francisco team that is working through a number of injury issues themselves. They brought in Christian Kirk. He's been dealing with injury. Offensive line has been a bit battered down. They're waiting for George Kittle to make his return. Christian McCaffrey, as mentioned, still has been out of practice. On the defensive side, they've dealt with, on all 3 levels, different injury issues. Nick Bosa still working himself back after a season ender last year. Fred Warner has been in practice, which has been a good sign for the Niners, as Black runs into a wall initially, but kept the feet moving to the 35-yard line and sets up 3rd and manageable.
These teams worked against each other on Tuesday in a very spirited practice for both teams. Consensus was that the Chargers outplayed the 49ers, especially in the passing game, but 49ers coming out with this drive starting deep in their own end have been impressive so far, thanks to Stribling.
Jim Harbaugh was just pleased with how open receivers were getting. Of course, the devastating news was what Jamie told us before the game. Tyler Biadasz out for the foreseeable future, and another on-time delivery to Stribling. His 3rd catch again for a 1st down.
Well, he had 7 catches last week against the Titans, and he's off to another great start. Slant route, left side of the screen. And again, it's showing a great pair of hands there to secure the catch.
They believed in him. They went up to get him in the 2nd round. Team highs in receptions and yards last week, as mentioned, against Tennessee. An impressive first performance as McCormick gets no gain on that carry. As Charger defense, 1st year under Chris O'Leary, defensive coordinator, coming over after calling the plays on the defensive side for Western Michigan, was the safeties coach for the Chargers 2 years ago. They're littered with talent even without Mack and Derwin James for the preseason. You think about what they could look like at all 3 levels. Dalvin Tomlinson, we mentioned, being the big addition for the starting unit. There's a look at O'Leary, who's going to call the defense from the field. In fact, both coordinators for the Chargers will be down on the sidelines through the season, calling their respective units. Empty set for Purdy. Looking to get away. Purdy trying to escape away from Dupree, and he does gain a couple yards to set up 3rd and 7 on the pickup of 3.
If there's any question if he's 100% because of that turf toe, I think that little move there, there's a lot of pressure on their right foot. He spins out of the pocket and then shows just enough speed to get away from Dupree and safely out of bounds.
So the Chargers have struggled to get this Niners offense off the field. Kyle Shanahan, always so creative. Of course, the connection with Mike McDaniel going back so many years as they grew together in the coaching world. And Shanahan has had some outstanding seasons, and he's looking to get his team back to the playoffs after some disappointing ones as well. And that's an excellent play made by Elijah Molden coming up to break that up and force a punt for this Niners offense.
Yeah, that was really a quick move by Molden. Left side of the screen, you see, he almost has a shot at picking this one off, but he made sure wrapping his arms around the receiver and knocking the ball loose.
So beyond just the offense and the defense, the special team starters are going to be out there as well, and that includes Darius Davis for the Chargers, one of the most dangerous return men in the entire NFL. Corliss Waitman is going to send it away for San Fran. Davis back inside the 10-yard line, will let it bounce into the end zone, and a proper decision. So 12 plays for that Niners offense, but didn't get it past midfield. The J.K. Scott punt allowed for Molden to eventually finish it off. Stay scoreless midway through the
ahead of schedule and could be available for the Niners week 1.
Can you imagine that?
In Australia against the Rams. Let's move to the Chargers side of things here Great news there. And for us tonight here live on NFL Network, you're going to see majority of the healthy starters for the Chargers, especially on the offensive side of the ball with Justin Herbert. So with that in mind here, guys, and, you know, as you look at this last year, this was not the explosive offense that you came or that you wanted to see, right? With some of the talent that was there. They need to score touchdowns in the red zone a whole lot better than they did a year ago.
With Justin Herbert as your quarterback.
In comes Mike McDaniel, right? An offensive wizard. We certainly know that. And as you look at this thing here, Mike Robb, how do you expect this offense to look different with Mike McDaniel running the show?
Oh, man, the run game, you're not going to get all those quick penetrations to stop the run game. You're actually going to get a team that's going to lean on the run game, lean on Amari Hampton and those big guys up front. But the offensive line has to be healthy. And I know their center got hurt this year. Tyler Biotish got hurt. He's out for the season. They got the young guy Slaughter coming in as the center. But the middle of this offensive line has to stay healthy. To me, that's where the weakness of this offense was. If you get the offensive line straight, you lean on the run game, and then you allow Justin Herbert to be special in those very special moments.
You know what? They weren't very good last year because their two tackles, excellent tackles, were gone, right, for the year. And this kid's under duress the whole time. This starting five on the offensive line is brand new. All of them, not just Mike McDaniel. So they got a lot of newness over there, and they're going to be a run-first offense, right? Dare I say that with Justin Herbert, who is one of the best passers in the National Football League? They're a run-first offense, and all the play action pass and all the protection will come from that. Start with Amari Hampton pounding the ball in there. It's going to be a heck of a team this year with the Chargers.
Yeah, no question. And looking forward to seeing this kind of first glimpse of Mike McDaniel in the ear of Justin Herbert calling those plays. So this game's going to kick off here in just a moment, and then we'll be back with you at halftime. Good news for you coming up tomorrow. Good Morning Football has all the highlights starting at 8. Another edition of Game Day Kickoff back at 6 ahead of a doubleheader. Jets and Steelers, Packers, and Broncos. We are going to send you out to kickoff here, and we are going to get you back at the half. But for now, let's send it out to Noah Eagle and Dan Fouts for KCBS Los Angeles.
Hours of sweat